Well, this is it, as promised, 25 to 30 knots. We're close hauled, so it's difficult to get the speed going because we're just pounding into the waves. The whole front deck gets washed, and in the gusts we had now 27, I think, max, and I suspect it will become a bit more because we're still heading out into the acceleration zone. So this is intense. This is good. Wind is blowing. We have now tacked, so we're tacking upwind. Unfortunately not making very good way. There is a considerable drift downwind. We're trying to optimize the sails a bit. We've rolled out a bit of the genoa, which helps, so we have a bit more sails up now, but we have considerable downwind drift. It's just pounding in these waves. If you hit the big one, it just stops you dead right. Then you need to re-accelerate, and it's a heavy boat, it accelerates slowly. So this is hard going. We might or might not make it. The plan was to go around the north of La Gomera to Tenerife, but if we're beating this hard into the wind, we might just not make it up north far enough so that we can go across the north coast of La Gomera, which will mean that we'll just turn back and go back to where we started, and then try the south side tomorrow with a bit different wind. But still, nevertheless, it's good that we're training this. Beating hard into strong winds is uncomfortable, and it's good that we're training some tacks here. We're having fun, I think. She's rolling in the genoa. So Kira is rolling in the genoa that we are only left with the jibe. The point of that is that we're going to try to hove-to. Hove-to is a maneuver that's an important safety maneuver. It will let our boat drift in the wind, but creates its own turbulence in the windward side, so it will diminish the wave action. The boat then is heeled over, but very stable. So it's a maneuver we can do if we need time for anything, basically. And because now we actually are in strong winds and we have time to practice this stuff, so that's what we'll do. We'll hope to, and it means that we'll jibe, but we'll not touch the foresail, so the jibe is still out, and we'll jibe. And right now it's on the starboard side, the jibe, and after the jibe it will remain on the starboard side. This will push our bow off the wind, so to port. At the same time we'll have the main sheeted to the port side, so if our boat is then pushed too much to port, the main will push it back to starboard. So you have these two sails kind of balancing themselves out. The rudder will lash to starboard as well, full starboard. So as soon as we start to accelerate too much, the boat is going to turn into the wind. Or because the jibe is staying backwards, it will break us when it's exposing its full surface to the wind, push the bow again off the wind. So it's this nice little balance between going on the wind and going off the wind. So the boat should be balanced, stable, making only 1 or 2 knots boat speed, drifting slightly downwind. Let's try it. Show you. We have the main now out. It probably would be better to do this with the traveler instead of the sheet. But we're still learning, so the jibe is stayed back. So the jibe is on the wrong side now. Steering wheel is full to starboard. Can you let it go? What happens if you let it go?
Nothing.
Right, this boat is really nice. We're making almost no way forward. On the water, just a little bit, tiny little bit way forward, and we're sideways to the waves. You can see here also a little bit of turbulence there, so it's actually quite comfortable. But I think that is a successful hove-to. Important maneuver to do. Took the chance to get a bite to eat. I mean, when in Rome, when hove-to, have a snack. Remarkably quiet.
It's still 17 knots, and you see it when you look at the flag. There's still quite a lot of movement.
Feels really good. What do we do if we want to get out of this? So we're hove-to, we're done eating. How do we get out of it? It's rather simple. We just shift the jibe to the correct side, shift the rudder to straight, maybe a little bit to port to pick up speed. That's it, then we're sailing. Let's do it. And just like that, we're sailing again. next training. We decided that now that we're a bit closer to La Gomera and the wind is a bit less, we're trying to do maneuver circles. So we're going through a 360-degree circle with the boat. That means the jibe and the tack and all sail courses. So that's just a bit to get our sail shifting training in depth. Let's do it.
Ready to tack.
Ready?
Tack.
Get ready to jibe. Okay.
Ready?
Ready to jibe?
Can I try?
Okay, the sails are trimmed. And have another. Nice maneuver, sir. Maneuvering was a big success. Did a maneuver circle each, and then we started to head back. It was about 1 hour ago. Actually, that was about 2 hours ago.
Yeah.
So then we had a nice downwind sail, and now we're back at where we started. Instead of going around the north of La Gomera, we're back in Valle Granrey, because we couldn't make enough north beating into the wind. We still need to train that a bit. Yeah, our tacking angle was over 100 degrees, which is not good. I think we should be better. So yeah, now we're already out of the acceleration zone. The wind is dying down, the waves have died down accordingly as well, which is nice. So we're just kind of drifting slowly in. Probably start the engine soon, anchor up, call it a day. All in all, I thought it was a really nice day sailing. We didn't manage to get where we wanted to be, but we got to train a bit, which is also good. This is why we're here in the Canary Islands, to take advantage of the acceleration zones and hone our sailing skills a bit. So I think all in all a success. What do you say, Captain?
Yeah, pretty much. Would have been nice if we would have made it around the island Tenerife, but it was also really good like that. So such a difference with the same sea state, like waves and wind, if you go upwind or downwind. It's just really impressive. Downwind feels like, yeah, good sailing, and upwind it's like storm. Yeah,
that's true. Upwind is a completely different animal. Well, we'll try it again next time.